And then we'll talk about everything. Let a few people get in here. Everybody knows my story. I was hit by lightning directly and took out multiple things, multiple transmitters. I'm going to go ahead and turn around, start getting set up. But I had lightning hit multiple antennas, took out multiple appliances in the house, multiple radios that were hooked up to different power supplies. So this is, I need to let a few people get in here because I'm going to be telling the story over and over and over if I don't. So give me just a minute. I'll let a few people get in here and then we'll start kind of breaking down what's going on here. And get everything set up a little bit here better so we can move along. This is, once again, I need to let a few people get in here. So the 9-pound hammer AM transmitter that you all have heard all over the United States and all over the world. This is the actual radio. It's got all the big fancy audio. You'll see when you look at the radio. You guys that know, it's got all the stuff that you can do to the radios. But needless to say, it got hit by lightning, and it's severely blown up. And we're going to try to bring it back to life. I've got several parts chassis right now. I'm just. Okay, obviously I went too far again, but that's okay. So we don't waste it. But what I'm getting at, all right, now we got some people in here. So everybody knows 9-pound hammer. That's me on AM. Everybody knows my story. I had the house and several antennas. 2 main antennas hit by lightning. I had the AC directly hit. I had all the antennas unhooked, but they still got hit, tore up. Several radios tore up. This is the Cobra 29, one of my main transmitters. Highly modified Cobra 29. Like, big time. You guys that know. And you'll see on the other side. Anyways, there's several things, several traces blown. It destroyed the echo board in it, a real good echo board that's in it. But I think, I know we can rebuild it. I have several parts chassis. Several parts chassis. I'm going to start showing you guys a few things that it's done. So lightning, the radio wasn't hooked up, so it didn't come in. Nothing came in through the antenna jack. Break it down to you a little bit. I had the coax unhooked, and it was laying over the top of the transmitter. So the transmitter was setting into my main rack, and I had the coax laying over the top. And the end of the connector was just sitting here. Anyways, it come up from the ground, hit the panel. Anyways, it's blown. Trace here, blown this main ground plane trace. So we probably have to place the IC. Anyways, it's got the 1969 final on it. I just tested it in the driver. They're fine. I haven't tested the audio IC, but we might actually be surprised. The way that it is exploded, it's just took, and that lightning's just come through here, and everything's went to the chassis. So, with that being said, let me show you what it's done. I'm getting this stuff warmed up here, and then I'll get the speaker unsoldered. It's destroyed, and I'll show you. Like I said, here in a minute, more of a close-up. But it's blue traces, several traces on the echo board. The radios took a hell of a hit, but we're going to rebuild it. Like, I've got tons of parts. We're just going to rebuild it slowly together this Sunday evening while my wife's at work. I don't really have none of the test equipment turned on. I really just come in here. And then I have a leg on my boom that for some reason... All right, I'm going to let you out, Jackson. Let's go outside. Good boy. Good boy. I got a leg on my tripod that's the lighting mechanism doesn't want to work very good anymore. We're probably from going outside in the sun. So I think it's all the way out. Let's find out. You know what? Oh, I see. It broke. So all that needs is, if I'm going to run it all the way up, is a zip tie. Let me go ahead and hang on, man. I didn't know I had a mechanical issue with my camera boom. I have a busted latch pin. I just put a zip tie around. I don't want the boom to fall when we're in the middle of getting started. Let me fix this. Might do a little jiggling here for a minute. Put a zip tie around this bottom latch. There we go, folks. Now we're back in pocket. So we're going to rebuild the 9-pound hammer. The one y'all have heard for years and years and years. This is my main. It's highly modified, the audio circuit. I'll show you. This is not really something I want to show, but I'm going to. Let's get in here. Make room. I don't know. There we go. That ain't been unsoldered in years. So a little bit cold there, a little bit oxidized solder on the speaker. Like, this radio hasn't been opened in years. I have been talking on this radio at least for the past 8 years straight. But you can see we have had catastrophic lightning. Boy, it come. Man. Okay, we got that trace to fix. But it didn't take out the good deal. And if it did, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to rebuild it. So this would have been... going to be very interesting. Am I gonna I might have to rebuild the encoder, put a new encoder in it. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to see that's part of the, of course we don't care about that, but we might have to And then this is where, yes, sir. Blown trace, blown trace, blown trace, blown trace. Yes, sir. So, alright, we're going to find out what all's, okay, that blue there, so we'll get our razor and cut that. That blue there, get that out of there. That blue. We fix this bitch. You all watch. You all mark my words. Okay. That blue all the way to that trace, all the way to that trace. Alright, let me get my little X-Acto. We'll cut all these out. We're going to try to repair them. See if we can't make it work again. Alright, so we'll cut here. Right across the trace. Just like that. We'll get that piece of trace out of there. I'll show you all this up close on Zoom. Let me get it prepped. Okay, we'll come over here. Okay, blew it from that point to this point. Okay, so we need to cut it here. Just like that. Perfect. Then we'll scratch this back. So we can see just how much damage has took place. Then we'll clean all this up with alcohol. That goes into that trace. So we'll make all that one. And then this needs to come back here. All right, so there's that. Now it's blown here, so we'll clean our trace back to about here. See if this is lifted. It is, so we'll cut it right there, just like that. Get that out of there. Come here, see if that's lifted. That's lifted. So we'll come across that foil. Then we're going to go from that island to here. Beautiful. Yeah, we can fix this. As long as it didn't destroy all the components, and from the looks, we don't know that just by looking, but generally, if it's catastrophic to where it's took out the components, you're going to see it. We're just going to see. It did completely blow the decoupling cap, but that's kind of a good sign. It really is, which we're going to replace. It's right here. Let's just stay focused and what it's done, it's blew the ground planes. So we have a little hope here. I just got to make sure that I'm not... Okay, there. That is a path. Okay. So what we're going to do here is scrape here. Clear the clear coat back. Make this very, very obvious. Now we're going to come It's blew that plumb off the board. So we're going to come, and that joins side by side. So we'll just come over here and get a hold of some nice meat. That didn't sound right. I'm sorry. That sounded freaking horrible, didn't it? And then I'm actually going to, for myself, run an identifier path so I know exactly what path, because you get to do. So I'm going to actually draw the path on each one of these. It's just something you do. Draw the path in which you're wanting to recouple. And then this is the main, this is what really colored the side of the radio, is this big trace. So we'll cut across it, cut across it, cut across it, come up here, cut across, cut across, cut across. And let me show y'all what I'm doing, because I can't teach y'all nothing if I'm not letting y'all get in here. So we're going to completely rebuild this radio. It's been blown up by lightning, catastrophically. And I'm going to really get you guys in here, even if it tries to fall, which it will, because it's a dick. But stop. Just get me to a point to where I can show them. When I get some extra money, I'm going to buy my all the way in. No, I wasn't. See? So we're good. Let me back this thing up. We're good. So if you look over here between them two, I'll point and show. And guys, thanks for being patient. I'm not a damn cameraman. But I'm going to kind of point at things. If I rock my camera down too much, it falls, because everything on it's wore out from being out in the sun, taking pictures of the garden and stuff. I've got to get another tripod. So let me walk you through here a little bit about what's going on. If I try to come up above and show you, that might even be better. Let me see that. So if you look right here, look on the far right side, we got a blown trace. We got a blown trace here. We got a blown trace here. We got a blown trace here. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the X-Acto, and I'm taking the time to show you. I want people to learn. And you can't just come in here. You can't just come in here and scratch and then run a jumper. You got to make sure that you cut this loose, lifted. This is lifted trace from the lightning. So you've got to make sure this is cut. Make sure this is still epoxied nice to the board. So what I do is I'll come up here, guys, and get some meat. And that's what I was saying. I'll come up here a little bit, get some meat, cut across it with the X-Acto, and lift it and get it out of there. Then we'll clear and get a hold of some fresh material. We'll lay down some solder, and we'll put the right piece of material from here to here. And we're going to get this damn echo board back to an operation, because, guys, I'm here to tell you that right there is one of the best sounding Cobra 29s in North America. And anybody out there that knows and talks AM knows me, will back me up. It's highly modified radio. It's got your hi-fi audio and all that shit done to it. It's got a lot of stuff done for the frequency response and roll-off to make the radio sound very special. And then here come a big-ass storm. check this out, guys. What I'm doing now is lifting those traces, getting them out of here. And we're going to come back, just like I told you, clean us back some fresh material. We don't want to be soldering on anything that's trying to lift off the board. So we're going to prep it. And then I'm going to be kind enough to show you. So this is the ground plane, and this is why I know we can fix it. I understand what it's did. It's came in and chassis. So clean that back. Do that one too. Okay. So we'll have to. I know. I get it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lay a little solder. Let me go get my you watch, you're going to hear this son bitch come to life again. I got a lot done to this radio. I really would like to get it back up. And I will, even if I have to rebuild it completely. Which I'm more than likely going to have to replace a lot of parts. But that's okay. Ain't going to be the first time I've had to do this. Alright. I'll do my best to get you guys the best shot I can get you, but we got to go to work. I can't get nothing done. So let's come over here and try to get you a little bit better of a shot of what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. Like, why ain't my camera? There it is. I don't know if it's hot, but I do apologize. Like, I don't know what's. There it goes. There it goes. So just watch what we're doing. Let me actually lay down a little bit of alcohol. Clean that up so y'all can visualize a little better what's going down. We're just going to start fixing the damn thing. I need you to leave the room. I need you to move. You don't belong in here. Move. I need you to move. Peanut. Move. You don't belong in here. Move. Move. And move again. I love him to death, guys, but I don't. He likes to sit on my feet. So we'll be coming here and do this. This will help you all be able to visualize. It'll also clean up a little bit more pressure. It'll also clean up the char marks and allow me to yep, we got another one right here. We got to prep. Boy, that lightning just blew the ground planes away. We're going to get in here. That's exactly what it did. So we're going to get right here. right here. It blew that little one. So let's get in here and let's prep it. So from this point here, we want to go uphill into this part of the trace. Just like that. Now we're going to come, because it's blue from here, which junction goes to this pin, this open field. We could go from here and jump all the way over to here, but the whole idea is to keep things short run. So all we're going to do is tie into this pin, to this little solder pad. So all we need to do is put a little bit of solder right here. Then I'll run a little U-strap. And that U-strap will make up for that trace. Over here, we'll be making, from this pin, we'll jump a U-strap to this pin. That'll make that trace. In this location, we'll take a U-strap, jump it from this pin, or this cleared out area, and then we'll come, make sure that ain't blown. No, we're good there. Okay, that's isolated. So we'll come anywhere into this island. So from here to here, because that's all good. From here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here. And it seems like it ain't worth doing, but it is, guys. I mean, it really. Now, if you don't have the experience and the solder skills, and then you're struggling to solder, then it would be a different story. But if you have the ability to get in here and do it, then I think it's worth repairing. Like, because the radio has got a lot done to it. It's a wonderful talker. If I can bring it back, I want to try. Yes, I can build another one just like it, but this one kind of means something to me. You know, it's my comp radio, one of them. Well, it's a light comp. I've got my copper build is pretty phenomenal. So I got a solid copper 29 that's built all in copper boards. Of course, it's got amplifier built inside it. I've showed it. All right, let's go to work. Don't really need this up here right now. We'll be using it a lot. But let's just get it out of the way. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I'm trying. I had a little bit of a rough day yesterday, but it's better now. All right, let's go. Let's get after it. Let me go ahead and get this. Get us some jumper strap. And what you choose to use for this is important. It needs to be something that you can work with, but something that's not like just too big. And this is real good stuff for making strap. It's a Teflon. This is real good stuff for doing strap. So we'll get a couple of those out. Let's get this fixed, guys. Then we'll get to the radio. And we'll repair the radio side of things. So let's get going. I'm going to move pretty quick. But you all get the point real quick. What we're doing. We're going to start right up here. Well, I said we was. I had it on standby. Just a second. Won't take a second. Yeah, we're good. Come on, baby. Sorry about that, guys. Had no idea she's on standby. All right. So what I'm doing, see how I went in cold and now I'm letting my gun stabilize? Look at that. Looks like factory. Come right over here. Now I've got a little bit of a rock and clamp, so it's making my work hard. So I'm taking my middle finger. We're going to get rid of some of that because that's some... All right, so now we're going to come and move. What I'm doing now is just building my pads so we can work pretty quick. We're coming here, build this pad. Then I'll show you what I've done. Now we're going to come build this pad. Just like that. We'll build this pad. Just like that. Build this pad. See that back and forth stroke that I'm doing, guys? That's clearing the clear coat and letting me burn this, lay the solder in. It's all a technique. Now, right up here, just going to let this float. Come in, take the tip, stabilize it with my middle finger here, and just come and take that tip, run it back and forth, drag. Drag, 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 taking that tip and dragging. Beautiful. Now you want to make sure you clean your gun. You don't want excess solder. Excess solder. Beautiful. Now my gun's stabilizing real good. All right. Now we got one more, two more places. I just want to get all the pads made so we can just do the repairs. Okay, so we got to, there's that, this is that little bitty one that's going to be tricky. Don't forget it, Justin. There's that one. This one's just a big open field. This one won't be hard. It'll tie right in beautifully like that. And to make this one easy, just like that, I make a little pad. All right. Here's your first one. So now we're going to take a picture. Get a picture in our mind. We need that much. We'll strip this one back. What do we need here? We're going to be going from that tit to that tit. So this one's back. We're going to get us a little bit of flux for doing our tin work. And this will work. Okay, this will work fine. Just like that, like you know what you're doing. All right. Now we'll tin that, drop that in for the bridge. Slide that insulator back. Prep. Bend the foot. Prep. There's our first jumper. And our first repair. Like that. Now we're going to solder it into the pad. Make the nice bridge. There's the first repair. I'm going to go ahead and let you all see the first repair and what we're doing and how we're going about it. So if you look there, let me stabilize it. If you see there, that's what's going on. Bunch of fixing stuff, man. A bunch of fixing stuff. That's what we're doing. I'm trying to let you all watch. So let's back out just a little bit. Come on. Thank you. Give them a little bit better view. And we're going to go right back in here. And when you're doing this stuff, guys, you just have to... First off, it's got to be something you love to do and you want to do. Because it can be tedious. All right. So we're going to come right in here. Make this jump. Dang, that was a really freak kill. All right. So we'll make this little jump. Well, you was just unhappy, wasn't you? And that's what I'm telling you. You have to know and understand the circuit. So see how this is blown 1, 2, 3 places. But if we go from here to here, we eliminate all 3 blown traces in one run. It's just understanding how to read it. Otherwise, we're going to make a jump, a jump, a jump, and it's the same thing if we just go from here to here. But we have to pick up that first leg because it's blown on each side. Does that make sense? So, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to strip this entire, check this out. We're going to bite, and then I'm going to strip this entire run. So now, and I don't even care if it comes off, so I'm just gonna just like that. Now I'll grip the wire, strip, and there's your trace. Now guys, I've been doing this for a little while now. It ain't that easy. Now we're going to pull, and there's your new trace. Now what I'm going to do is solder that point on this side. Exactly. Keep it away from that other component. And then when we solder it there, that'll allow us to put a small piece of heat shrink to isolate. So we'll come here like this. Pick up that trace. So now, I don't know if y'all can see it, but we're soldered here, here. This trace is now floating. So, I'm going to load my solder gun with a little bit more solder right on the tip. And we're going to lay that right there beautifully. Now, we're going to come and slide a piece of heat shrink. And it's got to be this certain stuff, this little bitty stuff. So let me grab my scissors. And from this point to the next corner, we want isolation. So you're going to lay this down. Lay your scissors down. Make a cut. Slide that over. Take your needle nose and slide it up to that corner. Then you're going to take your hot air gun. You're going to suck that down. And while you're sucking it down, you're going to push. Suck that up real nice and pretty. Just like that. Now, we're going to bend this into a 90. Right back into the next pad. Right back into the new trace that is factory. We're going to cut a little short of our pad. That way we don't have any wire hanging out looking gay. And I didn't mean anything really by that. Some of y'all might. All I'm doing now is tinning the end of the wire. Getting it prepped to go down into the new solder pad we built. Okay, so now we're going to take our needle nose, bend it, lay it out. And we're going to solder it right in. Slide this over just a little bit because I'm going to be using My right hand for the gun. We're going to come right, let's see, we're going to come right across the face here with these needle nose, lay some pressure. No, I don't even need to do that. Beautiful. There we go. No big deal. We just have to get some control here. We don't have any control. We got floppy, bouncy. I got to have control here so I can work. All right. Let's try this again. Now I think we got control. There we go. You got to take some pride in what you're doing. There it goes. There it goes. My old Mr. Perfectionist. I didn't like the way it was laying. All right, so now I'm going to show you where we're at and what we've done to this point. So you're following along. You see what we're doing here? I'm going to go back and finish it up. Able to just bridge and do some solder trick. Some of it I'll have to keep doing. The way that I'm doing it. All right. Make sure we got our boom lights turned in. Give you a little bit more boom light. That ought to be a little better. Let's see here. So that, I got the main primary issue. I got that little issue. Now this issue. First, we got to see what kind of wire we're working. All right. If we're going to work this kind of wire, it must be tinned. We're going to set that wire right here, stick it through here like that, and use that to tin with. You just have to be able to come up with different little tricks. Beautiful. Now that's tinned. Now we can come clean our tip. Like I told you before, we can use our thumb as a brace. Okay. I want to isolate. Then put a better. We're only going a short distance. This one will be a thumbnail strip. But when you do, even when you do a thumbnail strip, you need to take your needle nose, hold the base. That way, when you do that don't happen. But that's okay. It's absolutely fine. My problem right now is support. Here we go. All right. All right, Kip. I don't like the way. There we go. 67. You are not working with me here. Oh, I see why. I see why. We gotta fix our problem first. Yeah, we're popping. See that solder that's on there? A little bit of solder that was on there that was burned up, smoked up from the lightning. And we got to remove that old charred up crap because it's wanting to affect our good solder. We'll lay this in here. Gonna get a little bit, have to get a little bit aggressive to be able to get all this to work the way I want to. So let me get in here and go to work. Now, did I switch ends already? No, okay. It don't matter. You can get off me. All right. Once again, we got to get in here and support the situation. It gets a little difficult. You just have to be patient and take your time. Do the best you can do. And my suggestion would be practice solder. Because the better you can get at working the solder gun, okay. There's that one. Just like that. Now we got one more little simple one, and one more little simple one, and then a little long one. But they're all simple. It's just tedious. All right. So I'm gonna pull out my scope. If I can look at this a minute. All right, so that's all we got to do. A little blown there. boom. So we can do this with the same kind of wire. So we'll go boom, boom, boom. And we can't do a straight loop because we got a component in the middle we got to tie in. So it's going to be boom, boom, boom. But we have to make a new island. All right. Would you guys like for me to show you on the magnoscope what we're doing here? Let's do that. It'll be good for the channel. So let me get this in the magscope, magscope. We'll pull it up on the screen, and we'll show you what we're doing with this thing. Bear with me. Now, because of this situation, let me see if we can just... A couple of ways we can do this. Let's do this like this, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter as long as I can get you... Bear with me. I'm going to see if I can do this for you. I want you all to see what we're doing. Let's see if we can completely get rid of it. All except that one lead. I know we can. So let's do this. So we're going to get in here and we'll disconnect this. This is a really good board. Oh, you pig. This is where I struggle because of my damn hand size, guys. Now I've got to get in here and lift this tab. And then at the same time, try to pull. So what I'm going to do is use the radio and try to cheat. But I don't want to pull it too hard. That's not going to work. It wants me to pull it. It's going to be a pig. And I got it. Nope. It's not wanting to let go, guys. I mean, wow. Okay, now it's getting personal. That dadgum snap cap don't want to come loose. And I've bent the tab all the way over. Okay, that means something that I don't want to talk about. No way. That one's loose. Okay, I think these have literally welded themselves together. Let me go deep. Pop my snap. Okay. Wow. I've never seen that in my whole life. It melted the two bottom pieces together. It don't and will not let go. Okay, it's let go there. Have to be careful here not to damage the entire board. Here we will twist. And good God. This is very different, guys. Something I have never seen happen. Okay. Yeah. That's what it's done. All right, I'm going to desolder it. I mean, not desolder it. It's what I meant. I'm not going to unplug it. I'm going to unplug these so we can go back on the show. Okay. This will let me get, this will let me get it in view. Man, that's wild how that does that. Guys, I mean, seriously. See, we can actually put the radio in here if we get this in the right spot. Let's go where we're working. There we go, guys. Get her turned on. Come here to me, you little dog. Everything's upside down, so I'm going to turn it around and get everything. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Man, I love this. I love good tools. Now we'll get right on where we're at here and show you all what we're fixing. Good example. There's that one where it's blown to that one. Wow. And then we're going to go, let's go to this one. To that one. Here's this little one. I'll show you all that one now. I got perfect zoom on it. Perfect. Perfect zoom. So let's watch some TV, shall we? And then I'll talk you through it, and then you all can just watch the screen. Now I gotta get zoomed in on the screen and hope it'll all work. It may not. It's looking a little better. Now what? Went to doing something on my end. Okay, so this. Now we can. We don't need any kind of light. We don't need any light. We'll use natural. So now you can see that green board. We'll push this back so you see the edge. Now we're just going to kind of walk you through it, guys. I'm just trying to do something that no one else does and teach and show. So you see where that trace is blown, where it blew. Now this is a solder pad. I've added some solder around this. Now what we're going to do is from this point to this point, we're going to add and tie in. But then now check it out. And bear with me. There's going to be a bunch of moving. And it'll be a minute probably before I get it zoomed in. Because I'm not set up to show you that I can put this on another camera so you all can see. But then we're going to go. See here? Let's put it right where we're working, so I just can't see it because I'm not looking at it. And then there's that one. There's that one. Move the radio. I'm looking through this thing here. There's that one. All right, that one's good. Okay. There's that one. Right here. That's definitely that one. There's that one. We're following this one. Here's the one I just did from here to here, underneath there. So let's come down here. Okay, here's where we're at. That one's good. Boom. There's that one's good. Right here is where we're gonna make up. So if you see right there, do y'all see that? And so that's the other side. I know it's probably extremely difficult, but I'm at least trying. So from here to here is blown. See, it's open. And then directly on the other side. See here? And it don't look like nothing, I know, on through the camera, but that's the problem where we're working at. That little right there. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen, and then I'm going to try to zoom in it. And you'll be impressed with how good this equipment works, guys. I'm trying to learn how to use it and show you all and teach you. So now look at here. As we take you into the project, now I want you to see. Now you guys are looking at this as if down there on the board. Ain't that amazing? So from this side, here, to over here, up above, and then below. So I'm going to push the entire radio forward, and then there's the other side. So we're going from, see where I've cleaned? We're going to go from, I need to get my damn true pointer. Here you go. See where I've cleaned at this pad? Here. We can go from this pad here, jump over. We have to hit here. We can't just go from here and skip, or this component won't be tied in. It won't be grounded, so it won't work. Ain't that incredible how I can show you this stuff right on the screen? Pretty neat. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. I don't do it very often because it takes so much time, for me to set this up, show you. But hell, y'all been good watchers of my channel, and I thought, well, hell, man, I need to show them some cool shit. Show them exactly what's going down here. So that's all it is. I just take the micro. Now, if that board would unplug, which I'm gonna have to address. I know what it did. It's welded to the internal pin. I can see it's not moving. I'm gonna leave it alone. And obviously, I'm gonna get this out of here. I don't need it. I just wanted you all to be involved. So I'll put it back. It's a good little device, though, whenever I need to see something. It comes in really handy. Mainly use it for components. Like if I pull a transistor and I don't know what it is and I'm having a hard time reading it. God, that's a lifesaver, guys. I mean, it's amazing. Let's get back to serious here. Let me make sure you guys are in view. I need to get a drink. But y'all get the understanding of what I'm doing. Everybody on page. Everybody following me. Anybody have any questions? This is what we're doing here, man. I'm trying to teach. If you don't want to learn and you don't care, go on to watching something else. I mean that kindly. I ain't trying to be a dick or nothing. I do a lot of talking and explaining things, and it annoys some people. Alright. I love that little piece of equipment. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. So, I'm actually going to touch these two. Push where we've been pulling around on them. We're just going to resolder those real quick. And that's what I mean. They beautiful. So I just reflowing those two pins. That way, now we'll give it a... I thought maybe... Oh, it's wanting to. I'm just not going to force it. I thought maybe that'd help it come off. But anyways, let's go ahead. And that's fine. Then replace this decoupler. Tell you what. Be easier to... It don't matter. I can get... be easier to get to it here. Just like that. And there's the whole pin. First pull. First pull. Literally. Hallelujah. First pull. Alright. Second pull will be this little bitch. And I'll push it back. And what I'm going to do is a heat pull. So I'm going to pull like this, gently, and do a heat pull. I have this already fixed, so we'll come in and do a heat pull, just like that. All right. Now for the cap. Put us a new cap in here. And the same difference. It goes in. Just like that. Y'all want to know it's a 102. 102Z. Gonna fold it back. And I'll fold this one back. And then we'll solder those two. Let me go ahead and cut this one back so we don't have a dog turd floating around in our way. And let me get in here and cut this one back so it's not a dog turd floating around in our way. Come right in here. Zip. Zip. Come right in here. I know. I know, you pig. I get it. I get it. I get it. I know. Totally understand, sweetheart. Totally understand. So now both of the coupling capacitors are replaced. Just like that. We have the traces replaced. The bridges are made. All right. And we're just going to continue to fix this thing. Come in here, hit this with my copper. And I'm going to be able to fix this one pretty easy. All right, let's prep this one. We'll get back into the X-Acto knife. We're going to set this, and usually I can work them real good in the corners. So guys, I've been working on Cobra 29s since I was a little guy, man. And these radios and I have a very special relationship. I really know them well. I know how to make one sound absolutely wonderful. And I like to teach people how to make them sound wonderful. In the CB world, it's all about frequency response and roll-offs of the frequency in your audio response. Okay, a CB radio is a novelty damn toy. These ain't complicated circuits, guys. With that being said, they're complicated. They can be complicated to one, you know. But once you learn a little bit about amplitude modulation and about how this stuff works, okay, I am going to go ahead and reflow all this. I'm going to make all this fresh. Take no chances. I can clearly see that trace is good. Beautiful. I'm just reading the trace. Is all I'm doing. We're really there. We got this one, which is that one. Beautiful. Then we're going to start ohming him out. Let's get this shit done. First one we're going to do is a thumb strip. So we'll strip. No, we're not. That's better wire. We're going to strip this back. Strip this back real good. Remember, when you're working with this kind of stuff, especially doing this, dip your wire in flux. Tin your stuff up. Clean your tip. And then go to work. So, All right, we'll do a jumper here. Okay. There we go. Get that gun in there right. Let's What do you think about them soldering skills? Not too shabby for an old bastard. All right, so this is a straight shot. So this could be a straight run of wire. It doesn't even have to be insulated because of what we're doing in this circuit. Just going to be point A, B, and C. I can use my scissors, but I really want them dikes. All right. So we'll hit that, and then we'll do an exact U-turn, come right back. So with that said, that's that point. Then we'll do the U-turn and set down in the trough. So we'll go about right there with the entire wire. Now, when you're doing this, we've got it soldered. We want to strip it. So you're going to pull down low. You're not going to pull this way. When you want to pull down low with the board. Watch this. Strips right off. Now we can stand it up, grab it low. We want to braid it. Follow me out here. Braid it tight all the way to the end. Then leave it stood up. Remember, we're rebuilding traces. Now I'm going to leave it stood up. I'm going to come way up here on the end. So we're going to start walking this little wire down. Making it one solid piece. Now we got to get out of there. Now, see how we got this little solder blob on the wire we don't want? Gone. All right. So now, grab our tweezers. Like pull it back straight up. Now this is the trick, the cool part. So our first jump is going to be right across. So we're going to build an island for it. Clean the tip. Come in here and lay some solder down. Just like that. I'm going to pull this over right into that island. Just like that. Something tells me we didn't get, okay, I didn't think so. It didn't feel like I had it either. I know what we need to do. We need to get a little bit of solder right here, where we're asking for it to take. We'll walk her to the top, swipe her. Now watch. Just like that, we got it. It's amazing what just tinning the wire and just what simple basic techniques. Now, okay, that's nice and tight. We're on track. Now we're going to pull right down to this. Lay it in tight. Keep her tweezers, pull the wire tight, and solder. Beautiful. Now from that point, remember we're going to do the heavy U-turn and lay it right down. And snip it right off. All right, so now we got one little bitty piece to do. Then we can go do the radio stuff after I eat some lunch. Let me drag some solder across that. Oxidation. All right, here we are. For you guys that may not have ever watched my channel before, no, I don't use this solder. I just use these holders. I do have some of the solder, and it ain't too bad, but I use Kester 44, Kester 41. When I'm doing this stuff, I like to do it based around proper technique. Use proper technique. Basically cleaning your gun off. But this is amazing. We have completely rebuilt this board. And you guys are going to absolutely shit your pants. Because it's awesome. Alright. We're almost done. Alright. I'm going to let you see. This turned out so freaking good, man. I got to show it off a little bit. And then we got one more trace on this board to replace it. Then we'll do the radio stuff. But look at this. There's a whole lot going on here, ladies and gentlemen. But if you pay attention, you'll see what we've done. I'll let you look at this stuff close. Look at that one in the middle. See how I did that? All that underneath there was blown, then blown on the other side. So we isolated. Pretty cool how it works. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to brush this again. We're going to look it all over. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of impressed. That one was pretty difficult. Not the bridge. I'm pretty impressed. Let me have a look at that one more time. That's good. Oh, great, 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 great. My isolation's good. All right, guys, I see one more. That's it. Damn, I'm proud of myself. Kind of proud of myself. That was a little difficult to do. I managed to keep my head together and get it done, and I think I know we have got it. We got this one trace. Let me show you here. So we got this one trace. If you look to the left, look at the left of the board. Right there. All these I have replaced. We're going to fix that one. So then I'm going to have some lunch. Have me a cigar. And then we'll just get back together on it. But let's do this one right here. Right in the center of the screen, folks, you'll see the problem. We're going to come in here and I'm going to show you guys how to repair a PCB blown trace. This was caused by a direct lightning. And my job is to teach other people. Sorry about the cameraman. He sucks. He needs to be down beat up. If I ever get my hands on that guy, I'll beat the hell out of him. If I can. They say he's a mess. I mean, like, for some reason, he don't know how to zoom his camera, I guess. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to be fired. What is going on? Why won't my camera... Am I zoomed that much? I guess that's it. They had to fire that sumbitch. So if you look at the middle, and I'm making sure that it ain't falling on you. See if I can do this with the remote without it making you guys dizzy. All right. So we're going to come in and fix this last trace on this little board. We got a lot more to do. So right here, buds. So just like anything else, there's a little prep involved. They've already done this one. We can really just go to this island. So let's just go in between here a little bit. Clearing back our clear coat. This ensures that we make a good bond to the actual ground plane of the board. Bonding our solder into the foil. And then we're going to just scratch a little bit of this to ensure that we get a good bond there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of solder on the two pads here in the middle. Just like that. All right. Just ensuring we're good here at a couple of solder joints. Right in here and lay it in there. There we go. Come right in here and lay it in there. See what we did? We didn't mess around. We went in there and put the solder chip. Now watch what we do. Now this might be that's our insulation. That ain't got nothing in it. We're going to take this braided wire that we stripped. That's laying here handy. Already braided. Check this out. We're just going to tin the ends. Check this out. We're going to lay it right in here. Tin turn it over, tin this other end. Now watch this. We're just going to come right in here. We want it right. The board's walking on me. Hang on a second. Come on, thank you. Right in there. Now, get this where we're not walking anymore. Oh, well. All right, so we're going to pull it over. Make sure we're not bridging. Pull it over. Now, remember, we've only got to go to here. We don't want nothing bridged. Slide this over. Put our thumb on it. Take our heat gun. Suck it down. Now this is some really good heat shrink. It'll really pull down tight. Now we're going to kick that way over. Put our thumb there. Bend it back. And we're going to build our new trace. Like we own this bitch. So we can see that that absolutely did what we wanted. I don't want this down. I don't want this laid up. I want this. All right. We both can play that shit. We both will play that shit. It's all right. Y'all don't see it, but the heat shrink wanted to be a dick, so it don't get to hang out and play no more. It's gonna go home. He don't get to come out and play no more. You get to go to hell. Just like that. Now, we'll start over here. Since that was a little bit aggressive on the heat shrink. Let's try that again. There we go. Thank you. Now, just like that. Alright, now no more drama. First thing we're going to do is clean the tip and solder. See, that's what I don't want it done. Beautiful. Had to use that as an isolator, folks. So now, beautiful. Just verifying we got nice isolation. Oops. Well, that's okay too. I mean, it don't matter, but there we go. There we go. All right, that board's done. That board's rebuilt. And looks pretty damn good. So I'm happy with that. We can run with that. I'm not gonna worry about that shit's been there for years, man. Wow. Years and years. Back when this is how I used to do it, we used to do them. Just gonna get a little bit around that so it doesn't. This is a real good, expensive stuff. I only buy it by a couple rolls at a time because it's expensive. I'm going to put it around that damn RF knob. That's because I ran my razor across it. Does that make sense? So when it gets to that, it's probably going to do it a few times. But it didn't do it that time. Now this is some good shit here, boy. You know what? I'm taking. Don't make no sense. Let's take all this off instead, because I might just remove it. It don't make no. I'm not gonna put. that's the SWR. I forgot. On this one, I used the SWR, didn't I? No, I used the dimmer. That's right. We'll crank this wide open. All right. I couldn't remember what I used it on. And then I will tape that back up. Use the dimmer. So we want this to be pulling to the right. And we'll go around once. All right, now we want to go across these freaking terminals. Really should be doing this on the opposite side of the radio, and that's why it's so fucking hard. Is I've got these on the. I'm on the wrong side of the radio to be doing this, but I just noticed that I needed it. Tape has gotten bad over the years. There we go. You son of a bitch. I mean, this tape is such good tape. You can't touch it. When you do, I like things right, guys, and I don't even like doing this. I usually remove them and close the circuit out, but I wanted to be able to not have to rewire this all back up in case we used it later. So it's all the way to the right. All right, we're good. And I just want to make sure it's not going to touch nothing, and we'll just let it set in the radio like this, and I'll zip tie it down. Like I said, it's my personal AM rig, so I don't care. Now just right around normal, standard, just wrap it up. All right. Boy, that's some pretty damn good tape. Golly, that's real good tape. Jesus. That's why it's $5 a roll. Anything? My hands are bigger than the damn radio, so it's difficult. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Make sure these are all still hooked good. And then I'll take my little zip tie and lock all those down, because I cut it off. And that way, we have those gathered. You bitch. Just like that. Now, worry about. There. Now, I always put these right up by the encoders. About ready for some lunch. Thinking about, I don't know, I might just do chicken noodle soup or something simple. I don't know, sandwich might not be too bad. Alright, so there's that. Now we can hook this shit up. Put my snap back in. That's my main driver, my control drivers. Plug in like that. And the way I do these is these all come around tight. Just like that. It's supposed to be tight right here. Trick to making an outstanding echo circuit, installing an echo circuit, echo board right, is keeping the straight induction. And you got to keep that stray impedance out of the radio. Come on. Come on, let go. What the fuck? Alright. Stray inductance is not good when you're putting these in, so we got. Notice I'm not letting it go. So now, just like that, just like it's designed. I got a hole in the board here, right there. And that's the way it's designed. You get it right into that hole. These wires are designed to lay real nice and flat. This thing's all so just like that, and I'll put the proper screw back in it. And as far as all the audio circuit and the echo board, that's all rebuilt. But now we gotta attack all the radio problems. Give me a second and I'll show you what we got going on. I've got to clean up my area before I was willing to go any farther. I've got a mess, and then I want to make a sandwich, make something to eat, have me a cigar, maybe take a little bit of a break. So I'm going to use this as a breaking spot, but I'll show you what we're going to be doing when we get back, so you know what to look forward to. Clean this up. We're going to be able to save that, throw that away. And we're going to continue on. We got that. Alright. There's that. Slide this back. I'm gonna go get my dustpan and my broom. Get this back. I appreciate you not leaving, man. The one watcher who's sticking with me. Much respect, man. Thank y'all. I appreciate you sticking with me, not abandoning me. But it wouldn't make me no difference. I'm gonna do this regardless. I'll record what I do every time. I'm going to actually glue this while I'm thinking about it. And y'all can watch. This is my clamp, and it's been giving me absolute shit. And I am done with that. So I am now going to glue that sumbitch. Right now, today, on camera, we're going to eliminate one of our biggest damn problems, and that's that damn vise. Every time I go to use the son of a bitch, it slips. And because I'm doing a video, I put it off. And I got something for that right here. And I'll take care of that. Careful with it. There we go. It just punctured. So when you take it off, that's when you gotta be careful. We'll run a little bit on the screw so we see that we have flow. Oh yeah, we got flow, and a little bit here. Alright, I'm just gonna let things happen natural. Gonna screw it on, back it up, and then just let it set. Get right down under the frame. And stop. Alright, folks. Now, we got our nice glue. Good deal. Alright. I wish my wife would stay out of my stuff. My God. She's gonna get told about it too when she comes home. Quit getting into my shit if you're not gonna put it back. God. Alright. Do not do that disorganized bullshit. Alright. My good marker. I missed that one. That's my favorite marker. Finally got that bitch back. Alright. There's that. One second. I get so much going, I gotta clean up a little bit. Oh, looks like our battery's dead. Let's put our X-Acto knives up. I'm gonna need in a minute, but they're just right here. All right, get things back to where I can flow here. My zip ties back. All right, get my pad. Turn this back around. Yeah, and I knew it. All right. Bear with me, folks. Just got a lot going on here. All right. All right. All right, guys. Here's the 9-pound hammer transmitter. We're just gonna, right here is our first issue, and then our second issue. Then I'm gonna have to probably address whatever else is going through it, but I'm sure that we'll be replacing didn't blow that trace. All right, there it is. I knew it would blow that one. That's the main rail. Okay, good deal. There it is, right on my. That's the one I expected. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and we're gonna make this thing come back to life. This is one hell of a talking radio, guys. We got blown traces all over this bitch. I mean, all over it. And we're going to fix it. All on the ground planes. All around my baby. I've already built, like I said, I've built several Cobras over the years. Hot rod ones. This is one of my. Okay, good. It didn't blow that, but it blew that trace. It blew that trace. It blew that trace. The main ground supplies. Get that all fixed up. All right, we got that prepped. We'll cut our traces. I'm going to have some lunch, but I'll show you what we're going to be repairing. So hang tight. So we're going to replace that trace, that trace, that trace. Remember, this is hit by lightning. And you can see this radio has a lot done to it. A lot of the good stuff. Is that blown? No, okay. I thought that had a dead cam. Some of the things that I do to them. This is these two components. This diode. Complete vinyl swap. That's what these components are all for, supporting the what I've got in it. It's got a 1969 Mitsubishi in it. But it's a beast. I've had the radio for years and years and years and years and years, and then it got hit by lightning. Now we're going to rebuild the radio side. I'm going to have lunch or dinner or whatever. Charge the camera a little bit. And then when I come back here in a few minutes, it'll be Cobra 29 Rebuild Part 2. So be looking for it. And we will see about getting this thing back on air, man. This is my personal 29 driver radio that you all have heard for 15 years. Thanks, guys.